Hi, today we're looking at the marvellously named Hashiwokakero, or Hashi as we usually abbreviate it, also known commonly as bridges. And it is a puzzle all about building bridges. We're playing on a square grid filled with numbers in circles. The circles represent islands, and the objective of the puzzle is to build bridges between the islands in such a way that it becomes possible to travel from any island to any other island on the puzzle. So we should end up with one complete interconnected set of islands. The numbers tell us how many bridges connect to the island. So if we have 3, for example, here, we know we have 3 bridges that originate from this island going to other islands. But there is a rule. The rule is no more than 2 bridges between any 2 islands. So in the example is 3, maybe we have 2 going that way and 1 going that way, but we couldn't have 3 going that way. That would not be allowed. Bridges always travel either vertically or horizontally, never diagonally, and bridges cannot cross each other. Those are the rules. This is an easy 2-star puzzle to give us an overview of how we play. So let's have a look at how we go about solving one of these. As always, I like to start by looking for easy wins, and there are a few things we can do in that respect. One of them is to look at a collection of ones. We have 2 ones together, for example, up here. And we know that we can't connect those 2 together because to do so would create an archipelago of islands that cannot be connected to the rest of the puzzle. Each island would have its complement of one single bridge. We wouldn't be able to connect anywhere else. We'd be cutting that group of islands off for the rest of the puzzle. So from that, we can determine that this one here cannot connect to its southerly neighbour. We're going to have to go east and connect to the 4. It's the only way we can connect it. And having done that, I'm just going to put a mark through the 1 to remind myself, as said at a glance, that that island is complete, can't take any more bridges. Another no-brainer of an island is this 6 down here. Because there are no more than 2 bridges rule, and because this island only has 3 neighbours, we're going west, east and north, there's no southerly neighbour, so 3 neighbours, maximum 2 bridges per neighbour and 6 bridges required. Obviously, we're going to have to build 2 bridges to each neighbour. That takes care of the 6. We've got a couple of 5s as well that are quite interesting and fairly easy to deal with. We won't be able to solve them completely, but this 5 being on an edge only has 3 neighbours like the 6. Well, we don't know where all of the bridges go, but we know that we're going to have to build a bridge in each direction in order to solve the island, so we can draw those in now. And although that has not solved the 5 yet, because we're going to have to put 2 more bridges in somewhere, we do know that we've solved the 1 down there. And in turn, that actually tells us, of course, that in order to solve the 5, as we've only got 2 remaining neighbours and we need 2 more bridges, that we can put those in, which means that that 5 is solved, and we've also solved the 2 at the top. And we can do something similar with this 5. We've got 2 bridges here. We've only got another 2 neighbours, so we're going to have to build at least 1 bridge in each direction. So we can put 1 to the west there and 1 to the north. As I say, that doesn't completely solve the 5, but we know that those 2 bridges must exist, and we can work out where the 5th and final bridge goes later on. Looking around the edges of the puzzle again, the 4, well, it's very similar, isn't it? We've already built 1 bridge in that direction, so we know we can't put any more that way. We can't fulfill our complement of 4 bridges uniquely with that or that island. We're going to have to build at least 1 to each. So we draw those both in, 1 there and 1 there, and we'll worry about where the 5th one goes later. Now, we do have an easy win down in this corner that we haven't looked at yet, and that is a 2. Well, because we took out that 1 earlier, we only have 1 neighbour to the west. So we draw those 2 bridges in there, which completes the 2, and that also completes this 4. And that has a knock-on effect in that we can now solve this 1 because we cannot connect to the southerly neighbour. It's already got its full complement of bridges, so we're going to have to go north to the 3. So we'll draw that in, and we've taken care of the 1, and we can further determine the knock-on effect that there's 3. Well, it's got its 1 bridge there. There's going to have to be 2 coming across here to reach its complement of 3 bridges, and in doing so, we've now fulfilled the 4 bridges for this island, so that is taken care of as well. Now, this corner is a little bit more funky. We know that we need to connect this group of islands here to the rest of the puzzle, because at the moment we're building two completely separate groups. And that's probably going to happen via this one. We could connect the one that way, or we could connect it that way. And if we connect the one down here, then the only other way we can connect the groups would be using this 4 to this 3. If we think there's the consequences, though, we can see that there's only one valid option. The way to do that is to concentrate on this 4. If we built our 1 down here, we would only have one connection remaining between this 2 and this 4. We would have to bring a 1 down here, so we would have 1 there and 1 there, which means we would have to build 2 connections there. So it would all come down to this 3. But this 3 is giving me the connection to the 4, and it's going to need a connection down here. So if we've got 2 connections going that way, it doesn't work. So now if we work backwards, I can say that this 3 must connect to the bottom 3. It must connect to the 4 up there, and it must connect to the 4 there. It takes care of the 3, takes care of that 3. The 4 must then connect to this 1 down here. Otherwise, we'd be leaving the 1 as an orphan island on its own. That takes care of the 1. That leaves 2 bridges to the 2, taking care of those 2, and 1 bridge to the 4, which takes care of the 4 and the 1. Almost done. We've just got these 2 4s and the 5, which don't quite make their complements yet. So 4, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, we've got 1, 2. Well, concentrating on this 4 gets us the answer, doesn't it? Because if we put 1 more bridge there, we've got 4 there. And if we put 1 more bridge there, we've got 4 there, have 5s there, which completes the grid. So a little bit of logical deduction just to complete the puzzle at the end, thinking a few steps ahead. We're not guessing, we're working through various scenarios to work out where we can and can't go. And that's what makes this a 2-star puzzle and a 1-star puzzle. You would be able to get through all of it just by using very simple deduction, but still a pretty simple puzzle and quick to solve. Obviously, they get considerably larger and harder. They're fun, and I hope you enjoy them.
Hello, I'm Auntie. Don't forget you can get our Puzzle Weekly magazine delivered to you every Monday, completely free. Visit the link to get your copy.